What's happening, boys and girls? I am the Anthro Metal, and welcome back to Today in Gaming off of a fresh extended weekend. I hope you're having a wicked Wednesday so far. And yeah, we're back. I had a little bit of time off. I hope you had a great Canada Day for the guys up north, and a happy 4th of July if you're here in the States. Everyone else, I hope you're just having a great week. So we got a fair bit of news to catch up on, so I'm just going to start kind of rolling through this, and we're going to just get going, huh? I hope this sounds alright. I'm trying to offset my mic so you can get more of my pretty facial features and everything like that in this, in the area of your screen. So you can listen to me, or you can just minimize me. You can listen to the sound of the dulcet tone of my voice. Anywho, so first story I'm going to go over tonight is today, whenever you're watching it, doesn't matter. So, for those of you that keep up with Xbox and the Gamerscore leaderboard, which with Xbox, with most Microsoft games, you get Gamerscore for completing certain tasks in the game. They get you achievements. That's where the whole achievement system originated, and then was adopted later into the trophy system by PlayStation and the achievement system with Steam. So with Xbox, achievements are there's a pretty competitive system in place for those people that really go strong for these. The two leaders for the last forever, like 10 years or so, have been gamers by the gamer tag of Stallion83, who was the first gamer to reach 1 million gamer score. Just so you know, usually a game can have up to 1,000 gamer score in it, which has been invented with some Xbox One games. Like there's been many more with a lot more in it, but he got the million before the Xbox One even came out. So, and then with Smirnoff is the second gamer, has been right on his heels for a good portion of this. Well, it finally happened. In 11 years, the new Smirnoff has finally overtaken Stallion83, and this is because Stallion83 decided to finally get married to his long-term girlfriend and have a honeymoon. When asked for comments on this, Smirnoff said, "Well, I've been having all the sex." So, kudos to them. And congratulations to Stallion on getting married and getting all that. So, and it is so there's not too big of a difference. The last time we looked at it, the difference was only about maybe like 10,000 or so, which to some is a lot. That's roughly 10 games or so. But to these guys who are completing these games on a regular basis and getting achievements like crazy, it's not too big of a gap. So we'll see if Stallion can catch up to him. He probably will, but it's just for the first time in over a decade that this has happened. So it's pretty cool to see that. And so just some fun news worth sharing. So Microsoft ain't that boring, y'all. Next thing is that Blizzard has advertised, that's not the right word, has posted a new story about the Doomfist. About everybody questioning it, saying, when is Doomfist coming, all this stuff. Well, hopefully he's coming soon, because they posted a article that seemingly comes from within the world of Overwatch, detailing that a talent attack on a prison system has sprung Doomfist, and they gave him a name, and I'm sorry I don't remember the name itself. So now it shows up Doomfist is probably going to be indebted to talent. He will probably show up and be one of the kind of the bad guys in the game. What was a more interesting line that I saw on there is that in the article is they said while they haven't confirmed anything, there are likely additional escapees. So we might see an influx of heroes coming in that all kind of come from the same area or kind of thing. They're all kind of like work with talent or something like that, or all kind of like I don't know what you would call them, but like this bad guys as opposed to the good guys and all that stuff. So it's just real interesting. I can't wait to see what happens with it. I really hope we get to see Doomfist soon, because we've been hearing rumors about him for ages now. Ever since the first, the first teaser trailer that was put out, they had Doomfist Gauntlet and said everything like that. So, anywho, we should hear more about that in the coming months. There is even a little tease about maybe the next event coming. People think that it's going to be the new Summer Games, as they did last year. There's been some other stuff like emblem tease for the getting top 500 in season 6 of competitive. So there's just a couple of things in there. I'll post everything down below, of course, and you'll be able to catch all that stuff. The next thing is that there was a kind of a big leak today. Over the weekend of Star Wars Battlefront 2's character hero lists got leaked. So these include, of course, all your standard kids of Leia, of Luke, of Darth Vader, Yoda, etc. And the only thing was that on the list side, on the heroes versus villains, there were more villains by one than heroes, and on the list there was no listing for the game's main character for the campaign. So people are speculating that she will, spoiler, maybe, preemptively, I don't know, maybe she might end up turning to the rebellion during the game, and she will then become that I think it was like 7th or 8th hero or whatever, and join the rebellion in the course of the game's events. So that's just speculation, of course. This has nothing to do with anything, so speculative spoiler, I guess. So moving on, next story is that apparently the Crash remake that came out last Friday is a lot tougher than a lot of people remember. And a couple people were speculating this is because they have changed the hitboxes on a lot of the platforms, and the jump is a little bit retooled, so it's not nearly as airy, and it's a lot more precise than a lot of gamers remember. So if you're having trouble, it's not just you, it's a lot of people around, and maybe it's just people are not used to playing platformers like that anymore. But, you know, it's still something to look at, and of course, I don't know, I don't have the ability to play it right now, so I can't really tell you. Anywho, so next story is kind of weird. Honestly, the producer for the Castlevania Netflix series, which actually comes out this week, comes out tomorrow, July 7th. I'm sorry, not tomorrow, because today is the 5th. On Friday, July 7th. I'm so turned around. And it is actually going to be an anime series of Assassin's Creed. While the movie pretty much flopped, that had Michael Fassbender in it, despite all the actors that were in that were awesome, it just didn't do well and wasn't that great. I'm always going to be skeptically or optimistic about stuff. Like, I'm just cautious about it, and let's see how it goes. But I just don't know if Assassin's Creed can translate. It's just such a weird kind of story. I mean, maybe, but we have to see. That the right person can make any story amazing. So we'll just have to wait and see about that one. We did also today. We got a new Agents of Mayhem trailer. Agents of Mayhem is the new game from Volition. I want to say, yeah, Volition, the guys that were behind the Saints Row franchise. So this is not a new Saints Row, but it looks like it takes place in the Saints Row universe or something similar to it. It's like a weird third-person hero mayhem crackdown-esque kind of game, Saints Row game. It looks nuts. I don't really know what to make of it. I don't know really where it falls and what genre it would be defined as. So it kind of takes that whole the three-person mechanic from GTA 5, how you can switch between Trevor, Michael, or Franklin at any time, and puts that as like you make a team of like a cast of different. You get three slots, and you get like 18 heroes or something like that to choose from. And you get to choose 3 of them to be on your team, and then you gotta do missions and story missions and whatever. It's weird. It just looks nuts, and of course, like any game made by these guys are. So just look out for that. It looks to be something to look forward to. It actually comes out fairly soon on August 18th, so next month, and just kind of look out for it. We got a couple of teases over the weekend too. So Bayonetta 1 and 2 was teased for Switch with not much else. It's just Platinum Games registered a Japanese Twitter account and then posted an image that had Bayonetta like in blue and red on 2 different scenes. Like it was like bop bop, and it was her facing this way, and top was blue, bottom was red. So people were like, "Ooh, could that be for the Switch?" No confirmation as of yet. I just want to get Bayonetta 2 on other consoles, maybe even on Steam or something like that, just because I loved the first one but never got to play the second because it was only on Wii U. So if you haven't played them, definitely do. The first one at least, it's awesome. You probably find it really cheap for now. And then we got a Call of Duty Zombies reveal. It's going to be happening July 20th. Don't really know what that means. I'm really kind of tired of Call of Duty doing individual reveals for their different modes. Like, well, here's the game, and it's awesome, and you should play it. And then a month later, it's like, and then here's the multiplayer, and it's cool, and you should play it. And then 2 months later, it's like, and then there's zombies, and they're awesome, and you should play it. And we're like, I'm tired of you. I'm getting tired of you. It's oversaturation, and it's getting dumb. I mean, if they can do it really well, who knows? You know, like maybe they'll turn into like a true survival horror thing. I don't know. Let's see where they go. Of course, I'll probably buy it anyways just to see the campaign and see how that's going to turn out. But man, it's just this is coming from a guy that really liked Call of Duty. I've been a fan of Call of Duty for forever. But anyways, enough of that. Next, a couple things is that EGM and Digital Foundry actually posted a article testing the benchmarks for certain games on Xbox One X. Now the thing was, some of these games were just fast ports. They weren't really like a true build of the game in the Xbox One X for its for the console itself or anything else with it. They were just kind of straight like, oh, let's get it ready for this. So we don't really know if they're true representative. They said some of them do run natively at 4K 60 FPS awesomely. Other ones use a checkerboarding thing. Most notably, they said Assassin's Creed uses like checkerboarding and stuff like that, resolution. These weird fancy terms. This basically means it's not actually in 4K when it starts. It starts in 1080p and then scaled up to 4K. And they say it may not even hit that. It'll probably like dip and dive back and forth like that, which is normal for a game of the scope and size of an Assassin's Creed game when it's a massive open world like they are, especially for something as detailed as ancient Egypt. So it's maybe not something to really kind of fuss too much about. So we just have to kind of look at it going forward until the console actually comes out. We can see how everything runs on it, and hopefully it looks amazing. And last but not least, the last story I want to touch on is kind of funny. So on the Sony channel, on the Sony YouTube channel, a trailer was posted for Anthem, the new EA BioWare game that's supposed to be kind of like Destiny, except you're in like Iron Man suits and flying around and shit. The Xbox One reveal that they had on the E3 stage of the Xbox One event was pretty cool looking and everything. And fans started to notice, hey, this footage looks a lot like the Xbox One version. And then when you look closely at, there's some button prompts later on in the game. Somebody at Sony had superimposed Sony buttons over the Xbox One buttons. So instead of it, like you could see right trigger underneath a button that said, in a graphic that said R1 or R2. And it was very clear, and Sony ended up removing the video. And it just is like, come on, y'all. Does it have to be that, like, that's kind of lazy. Like, I don't know. I thought it was a funny kind of thing, like, seeing this happen back and forth. So I'm actually gonna just gonna get off right there. I mean, did I miss anything? I mean, I know I covered like 4 days worth of news in a pretty quick amount of time. I'm starting to overtalk myself. And I mean, did I miss anything? If there's a news story you saw, please let me know about it and tell me I'm an idiot down below. If you like this video, please please share it, and please subscribe if you're new. That will be awesome, and you would be awesome for doing so. You're awesome anyways, but just be a little bit more awesome, because I think you're awesome, and I'm pretty awesome, but I'm not that egoist. So anyways, just remember that I love you. I'm the Anther Metal. This has been Today in Gaming, and I will see you tomorrow.